Hello everyone, my name is Janelle Sequira, and for the past 2 years, I have been going through a quarter life crisis. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. And the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description below will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. Stay tuned for more details. It started in August of 2019 when my mom sat me down and told me that my dad is getting older, he's getting sick, and I'm gonna need to get a real job because if anything happens to him, she won't be able to take care of me on her own. At this point, I'm a grown-ass woman. So what did I do? I cried. I cried for many reasons, some obvious reasons, but mainly because I did not want to get a real job. So about a year and a half prior to this conversation, I was working full-time at a call center and I absolutely hated that job. Hated it. I would cry in the car on the way there. I would shake in front of my desk before clocking in. The job literally gave me anxiety. So about 4 months in, I handed in my 2 weeks notice and I said, this isn't for me. Now that same company has some contractor work that you can do on the side. Very, very tedious work, but it's a nice chunk of change if you're looking for some supplemental income. So I had a plan for after I quit this job. And that was to go super hard on YouTube, do this little contractor work on the side, and make enough money to move out of my parents' house. Sounds easy, right? During that time though, I did go hard. I went ham. I was putting out videos. I went ham. Do people still say that? Am I getting old? Anyways, I was putting out videos 2 to 3 times a week. Comment gang gang if you were here during that time when I was posting 3 times a week. I was gaining thousands of followers on Instagram, racking up the likes. I was killing it until my mom hit me with that conversation about a year later. It was a reality check that I needed. It didn't feel very good at the time. It felt like a personal attack, but I definitely needed to hear those words. I was already starting to get burnt out with being an influencer at that point, but that conversation really tipped me over the edge. I started to think about everything that I was doing up until that point. From YouTube to Instagram to trying to start businesses and failing. And I asked myself, what am I doing? Like, what am I really doing? What is my passion, my purpose? I had thought I figured all these things out, only to realize that I had no clue. I had no clue. I felt so lost and all over the place. And so I took a break from social media. I ended up getting a job, a shitty one, at a dry cleaner's. I stayed there for about 6 weeks until I found a better job that paid more and allowed me to save up money to finally move out of my parents' house and figure out life for myself. I was doing all of these things to try to help myself figure out what my passion really was, what my purpose is. I was trying to do all these things to get the answers. It was on my mind constantly, all day, every day, to figure out what my purpose in this world is supposed to be. I thought that my new apartment would somehow have all of the answers that I was looking for and help me solve all of my problems. Spoiler alert, it did not. And then, exactly 1 month after I moved into my new apartment, the pandemic hit. Dun, dun, dun. I got a lot more solitude than I ever intended to get. So I have no roommates. My friends and family all live nearby, but I really can't go see them. And so of course, like many people, it forced me to do a lot of introspection. I spent so much time with myself, I got sick of me, okay? I was tired of Janelle. Fortunately, I still had my 9-to-5 job and I was able to work from home. I figured I'd use all the extra free time that I had not driving to work and not being able to go out with my friends and family to try to get back into my creative groove that I was doing so well with a year prior. But at the same time, I was struggling to feel inspired to do anything creative. I was looking at the same walls every single day. I can't go outside. There's no life experiences happening. There's nothing to talk about. I'm not doing my hair and makeup, like what was I supposed to do, At least that was my excuse. Not only that, but I was also falling out of love with the niche that I had worked so hard unknowingly to cement myself into. I did it to myself, really, is what I'm trying to say. Those 2 to 3 videos a week were all about the same topics pretty much. And so I put myself into this box that I'm struggling to get out of. I've been making natural hair videos for the past, 5 years now? I think we're coming on year 6. And to be honest, there's nothing else that I care to talk about or care to do with my hair. I've done it all. Furthermore, the audience doesn't really seem to care that much anymore. Like they've heard it all and seen it all and probably done it all to their hair as well. There's still a small percentage of people who still do care. Of course, obviously, I see you, I hear you, and I love you, and thank you so much for still being here. But the majority of the audience doesn't care anymore. So what am I supposed to do? Coupled with anxiety of trying to put out other content and not doing it because I'm afraid of what my audience is going to think, if anyone's going to watch it, if people are going to unsubscribe because this is not the content they signed up for. There were so many things that just prevented me from actually stepping outside of that box, like for real. I always knew, even in the beginning stages of my channel, that I didn't always want to talk about natural hair. I wanted to try to grow a large enough platform with the hair topics that I could start talking about other things and people would just still be there for the content. For me, that is, for whatever content I want to put out, but I never quite got to that level. Sorry if the lighting keeps changing, you guys. We're using all natural lighting. I had no idea where to even begin with that though, because I didn't even feel like my lifestyle was worth showing. I'm still struggling with that, especially at the time. What lifestyle? I literally can't leave my house. There is no lifestyle, to speak of. And of course, there are plenty of people who are able to get their lifestyle channels up and running and going and just skyrocketing during, the panini. But because I had started with something else, I was afraid to go in that direction myself. But anyways, fast forward to now, where a lot has changed internally. I'm still not exactly sure what it is I'm passionate about. Kind of. I'm not really sure. I'm for sure not sure what my purpose is in this world still. But I will say that I do feel like I'm slowly coming into alignment with it, whatever it is. I did end up starting a business that I'm actually very proud of. It's a hair and lash extensions business called Zero Gravity Hair Company, and it's been open for 2 months, and I'm super proud of how it's been doing so far. It's been doing pretty well, and to anyone that's watching that supported the business thus far, thank you so much. And speaking of my recently launched kinky curly hair business, becoming an entrepreneur is no easy feat. And I want to learn as much as I can about business, entrepreneurship, branding, all of the above. And I've been doing that with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. Most classes are under 60 minutes. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. One of the classes I'm taking right now is by Cal Hislop, who has great classes for post-millennials like myself who are looking to learn about personal development, finances, entrepreneurship, and more. Right now, I'm taking his personal branding and marketing, secrets to entrepreneurship, networking, and social media marketing class, and it is awesome, guys. Let me tell you, with this class, I learned just how important personal branding is, no matter what industry you're in, whether in the corporate world as an employee or an entrepreneur. As you know, I'm rebranding, and this info has been super helpful for me. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads. And they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. With Skillshare, you can find inspiration in the moment and learn how to express your creativity. Don't forget to check the link in the description box, guys, where the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link will get a free trial of premium membership. Now back to the video. This reinvention, this resolution to my quarter life crisis, it didn't happen overnight, and it's still kind of ongoing, and it's a very slow process, okay? Since that conversation that I had with my mom in 2019. I almost have to question if this is a reinvention or if I'm just becoming an adult, becoming the person that I was always meant to be, you know? Who knows? Regardless, I've been slowly reinventing myself or becoming myself, whatever you want to call it, through my career, whatever that is. I'm still defining that through getting rid of things that no longer serve me, like old clothes, old hair and beauty products, whatever that might be, and focusing on things that I truly enjoy and just living life. You know, I'm no longer a part of that hustle culture, which I was so heavily ingesting when I was going so hard, just working and trying to get rich, you know, like I'm no longer buying into hustle culture, you know, because of the things that I am pursuing and the cost of rent. I have no choice but to hustle, but I'm not buying into that hustle culture anymore, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just doing what I have to do for now, but I'm just not buying into that hustle culture, which is honestly part of the reason why I started to feel so lost and why I just felt like I was just doing things to try to make money. You know, I don't subscribe to that anymore. I'm working towards living a life where I can just generate a huge amount of passive income and focus on doing things I love because I love them and not because it's gonna make me money. We ain't there yet, but we're working towards it. All these things, like I said, have definitely helped to clear my mind and give me a clear-cut direction on where I'm going in life. The real strategy, the real step that I took, the one thing that I did that really helped me was to just stop worrying about it. Stop dwelling on what my purpose is in life. Stop worrying about it, because the more I worry about it, the more it causes anxiety. It causes me to freeze up and go into like analysis paralysis. It causes me to just, you know, I feel like it pushes me further away from my purpose. So I just figured, why not just live life and let these things come to me? And honestly, I feel like I learned this from starting my business. So a little backstory on my history with the businesses. I started a clothing boutique during that time where I was living at home and trying to be an entrepreneur. And then I changed it to a clothing line. And then I quickly realized that industry was not for me, at least not right now. So I shut all of that down, and then a couple months later is when I had that conversation with my mom. Yeah, so all of that was happening. Going hard on YouTube, trying to start business, all of that was happening. Hey guys, so I just wanted to cut in because I'm editing this video and I realized that I really didn't give you guys a lot of context of like where I really was in my life. So I graduated college in 2017, and pretty much right after I graduated, I went back home to live with my parents and find a job and, you know, start my life. And so I was at home from 2017 to 2020. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but post-grad depression is a real thing. And so I had like kind of gotten past the post-grad depression and went straight into quarter life crisis. What a beautiful time. What a great time. Okay, now back to the video. And so I just put that away for a second, and I knew that I wanted to run a business. I wanted to start something of my own. I wanted to sell something. You know, that spirit has always been in me. But I had no idea what that business was going to be, you know? For some reason, at some point, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let the idea come to me. I'm not gonna think about it too hard, because when I thought about it too hard and did too much, it didn't work out for me. So I'm just gonna relax. Don't know why I couldn't use that same train of thought for my life in general, but we got there eventually, okay? Instead of trying to come up with a name for the business and the products and the concepts or whatever, I just let it come to me. And guess what? It did, as you can see. I eventually decided I was gonna sell wigs because I love wearing wigs, and people always ask me where I get my wigs from. I already had a platform based on kinky, curly, natural hair, so I knew that it wouldn't be hard to capitalize on that with a kinky, curly hair business. You know, it just made sense. Even though hair isn't what I'm super passionate about, it actually is working out better for me that I don't have these emotions, this passion tied to this business, you know? I'm passionate about running a business and like owning my own thing and being an entrepreneur, but I'm not necessarily passionate about hair. And I think that's working out in my favor. I don't know. So one day I was watching Netflix, I was watching One-on-One, and I was just watching TV. I wasn't looking for anything. I was just chilling. It was a regular evening. I was watching TV, and they said something that sparked the idea for the name of my business. And I was like, that's it. That's gonna be the name of my business. Boom. I wasn't looking for it. It just came. It just appeared. So that in itself taught me to just live my life and my passion, my purpose. It'll come to me at some point. It will reveal itself to me whenever the universe feels like I'm ready, whenever God thinks I'm ready, I don't know when, but it will come, you know? So not only was I looking for my purpose in life in regards to my career, but I've also just been doing a deep dive into who I am as a person in general. I actually just turned 26 yesterday as I'm recording this. And for the past few weeks leading up to my birthday, I kind of had a resurgence of this like, who am I and what am I doing? And like, I just felt like I needed to clean some things up. So I started to get rid of all of my old clothes. I mean, I had so many clothes from like high school and college that I don't even wear anymore. And I just have been bringing it with me from location to location. Why? I don't know. And I don't wear these clothes. I mean, there's 4 bags of clothes in my trunk to go to Goodwill and like 3 bags of clothes to be sold. So that just tells you how much I have. 0 clothes right now is what I'm telling you, okay? None. Because I wanted to restart my wardrobe and figure out what my style is, because I have no idea what my style is, you know? I want to go through my hair products. I try to get rid of them as much as possible, but like it still always adds up, and I'm just rambling at this point. So I just have all this stuff that I don't use, the stuff that does not serve me. So I made it a point to start getting rid of all this clutter. I mean, it's really a reflection of my mind for the past few years, just cluttered and all over the place and holding on to old things that do not serve me. It's just such a reflection of my life and of my mindset. So I just started deconstructing my wardrobe, deconstructing my life, and rebuilding from the ground up. Mainly my wardrobe is what I'm talking about. But I'm also looking at the way I handle my relationships, whether that is platonic, romantic, family. I know I'm not perfect, you know, and I know I have some work to do in those areas, especially with the past year of just being alone all the damn time, all right? So this hasn't just been about, you know, my career, but it's also just been about who I am and what I actually like, and stripping away everything that does not serve me and really getting to the core of who I am. So why am I making this video? You may be asking yourself. I'm doing this for my fellow 20-somethings that might be going through the same things. I know that I'm not alone, and I just wanted to share my struggles with you guys. I'm also doing this for any younger viewers that maybe haven't reached their 20s yet, just so you know what to expect, because honey, you've got a big storm coming, okay?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Okay, I'm just warning you from now, because I did not listen when I was younger. I did not. And also for my older audience, because honestly, I want your feedback. I want to know, what was that turning point in your life? When did you have your quarter life crisis? When did you realize you were really becoming an adult? When did it happen for you? And how did you overcome it? You know, how did you, like, you know, You know what I'm asking? I think you know what I'm asking. So go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, please, and thank you. And if you fall into any of the other categories, if you are a 20-something like me and you're going through this right now, tell me a little bit about it and like what you're doing to get through it. And if you haven't reached your 20s yet, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm just curious to see how many of you guys are watching my videos. But I'm also making this video as sort of the turning point for my channel. For the past year, maybe longer, I've mostly just been complaining on my channel about how I'm tired of the natural hair community and how I'm tired of making these videos and tired of talking about my hair. And instead of complaining all the time, because I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing it, I apologize. But I'm actually going to start doing something different and hoping that it works out. And if it doesn't work out because the 50-something thousand people who probably subscribe to my channel because of my hair and my hair tips don't watch because this is not what they signed up for, then oh well, at least I tried. At least I'm making content that I actually like, that I'm actually proud of. I'm hoping that a good chunk of you stay with me on this journey. I know a good chunk have already left or have already forgotten about this channel, and that is okay. And you're probably not watching this video anyways. So, but hopefully I can build something new with what I've already built so far, and it can expand into something more, something bigger, better. As I've been doing for the past 2 years, I'll just have to see where life takes me, and hopefully you want to see it too. And if you do, subscribe to my channel and follow me along as I figure out life as a 20-something that is very close to 30 now. Wow. Can time please slow down now? All right, so I've been talking way too much at this point, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. I hope you got something from it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you did gain something from this, and follow me on social media. My handle is @JanelleSequiraXO. All the information will be in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Woo! It's hot.